The biggest news story in real estate in 2024 is the increase in housing supply. This benefits a whole lot of people, and I'm going to explain what it means next and what you should expect in 2025 with this bump in housing inventory. If you like what you hear, you get some value out of this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to schedule a call with our team about how to navigate this increased inventory, you can do that with the link in the comments. The best news story to come out of 2024 is the increase in housing supply. In many parts of the country, it's approaching 2019 levels, and 2019 was a whole lot better than 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Even though it was approaching a 5-decade low, it was a much healthier housing market for buyers and for sellers. So this is good news across the board. Now, if you look back at March 2022, there were only 240,000 homes for sale in the entire country. So we're way off that. And I'm going to have Nick put up a chart here that shows how the national inventory has grown. And you can see that we're above the pandemic levels, not quite at 2019, which is a great sign as we head into 2025. Because most people, their biggest complaint about the market is they can't find the home that they want. Whether they're a seller with aspirations of moving, whether they're a first-time buyer, a downsizer, it doesn't matter. Housing inventory is going to be good for everybody. Now, that's a national number. So let's zoom in locally to the greater Philadelphia area. And what we know is that housing supply is up roughly 12% compared to this time last year. So we've seen a significant bump here. 12% is a big growth number for any business or any market, really, when you look at it. So don't take 12% as a negative here, because other parts of the country are outpacing the greater Philadelphia area, especially Sunbelt states, Texas, Florida, the Carolinas. What we also know is that we're still down 37% compared to the 2019 levels in the greater Philadelphia area. So we're approaching those levels, and we've got a good amount of way to go to get there. What's also clear is that we have just over a 2-month supply of homes on the market right now. So what that means is that if nothing new became available, everything will be sold in just over 2 months. It's 2.11, so it'd be 2 months and 3 days, basically. And we're up, again, 12% so far this year, way above 20, 21, 22, and 23 inventory levels. So that's the good news here. So what does all this mean? It tells me a number of things. One is that if you're thinking about making a move in the next 6, 12, 18 months, I'd start preparing now, because we're not going to see this plethora of new inventory come to the market. We're seeing incremental growth here, sustainable growth, real growth, all good things. But it's not going to be this flip of a light switch that has a ton of new properties coming to the market. And the expectation is we're going to see more homes come to the market January through the end of July. And then typically there's a little bit of a summer slowdown the month of August. Then we get that fall ramp up. And then you see another bit of a slowdown in December. That's a very seasonal flow historically that I've charted personally for 24 years. So these numbers make a lot of sense. So planning now and getting clear on what you want would be really step one. If you're got a home to sell and you're thinking about making a move to an upsize or a downsize, or you're a first-time buyer, I'd be looking at what do I have to do to get my home ready for the market now? What do I have to do financially to be in a position to find a new home? And most importantly, be dialed in with up-to-the-minute information about the market, because your new home that's perfect for you, or the right home for you, I don't know that any home's ever going to be perfect. It could hit the market next week. It could be next month. It could be next quarter. We don't know. You want to be prepared, because proper preparation prevents poor performance. The other key takeaway here is that with the new NAR changes of the requirement in place to sign some sort of agreement with an agent to go tour a home, you probably want to be interviewing agents right now instead of just catching the first person and knowing that there's going to be some sort of obligation there, whether it's an exclusive or a non-exclusive agreement. That's not the point. I'd want to know who's going to be the one taking me through a property when the time comes. That's why if I was planning a move in the next 6, 12, 18 months, I'd be interviewing agents right now to have that person ready. So when I see it, I can get in touch with them and have a trusted advisor, a knowledge broker, a confidant, someone representing my interest, so that I'm not scrambling, meeting the first person that's available. Because being available may not be the right qualifications for you when it comes to making a large financial decision. So I'd be planning now, getting clear on what I want, getting the information up to date. I'd be interviewing agents, so I'm not tied up into trying to find someone last minute and dealing with this new NAR settlement regulations and protocols to touring homes. And I would get my finances in order and start to get my house ready for the market. These 3 steps, they will help you take advantage of what's the best story of 2024 and what could help you find a great new property in 2025.